This is the video that you need to watch to see what Wisley Garden looks like based in Surrey, and this is one of the most popular RHS gardens. Make sure to watch until the end so that you can see what the full tour of Wisley Gardens looks like. And this is a winter edition, so if you enjoy this video then I would be happy to make a summer edition to see what the difference in the garden looks like, but they definitely look as beautiful in each season. Things that will be particularly focused on in this video is what winter flowers you can plant in your garden, what flowers survive during winter, and you can find out some incredibly useful information made by the RHS about how different plants can be used to increase your well-being, how flowers are thought to have an impact in our well-being, and how different plants can be used to reduce the current impact that climate change is having, and also try and prevent the climate crisis that we're headed for in the near future. This video will make you realise how important plants are. There is only going to be real change where there is real action, and that is why I'm going to be reading out and reading some tips that have been curated by the RHS, because I just think they are so useful and important. You can apply to your real life. Again, do make sure to stay to the end so that you can see this, and do remember to subscribe. Flowers, plants and gardens make me feel so happy, and you can probably see it in this video, just how expressive I feel. I just feel free, and if you've ever been to lots of different gardens or like gardening or plants or flowers, then you probably can relate to this feeling. This is because of flower power. Flowers have the ability to positively affect our emotions, and they can increase our health and well-being. And if you would like to find out more about what flower power is, then I will put a little tag at the top of the screen so that you can be directed to that video. This is the entrance of Wisley Garden. This is just the entrance. There's a garden centre to my right, and then the garden entrance, and then you can see the RHS Garden Wisley logo, and then there's like a house to the left. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Feel free to comment it down below if you know. Now just got past the reception, and I'm just looking at the history about Wisley. So I'm just walking past the food hall, and I'm going to begin exploring the gardens, and I'm going to show you what the map looks like. This was the map that I was given when I arrived, and when you open it, it says that we're home to some of the largest plant collections in the world, and we're keen to share the joy of discovering and growing them. And what makes Wisley special is the fact that there's lots of experimental planting, and that it's home to scientists who are always trying to understand and research the different issues and understand plants more, so that's really cool. This is what the map looks like, and I have just come away from the entrance area, and I'm going to aim to try and go to 7 acres first. As it is winter, I'm not expecting to see many flowers. There are some around. You feel like that will be more in the summer. I may come in the summer, but I just feel like it's sometimes nice to come to gardens even when it's winter, because there's always something beautiful to look at, and you always learn something when you come to a garden, so it's just really nice to do at the weekend. No, it is raining, it is quite cold. It's just a nice relaxing activity to do. Before I get to 7 acres, I'm just going on a stroll around the little paths, because I'm one of those people who likes to look at like the little details of gardens, not just go to the main focal points. I like to sort of look at everything if I can. I've actually seen a few more flowers than I thought I would so far. So here we have Daphne Perfume Princess. That is such a cute name. And yeah, here we go. Here are some more winter flowers, and these are called Winter Walk, and as it says, it is available in the garden centre. I didn't know that Wisley sells flowers that they have in the garden. Oh, I like these. I don't know what this is called. Oh, is there a sign? No, I'm not sure what these are called, but I like that sticking out. I reckon this is 7 Acres Lake. Oh wow, that scared me. So here we have the first lake, a few ducks, and I do think it's really pretty. All of the stems of the, I'm assuming these are like more sort of bushy plants or bushy leafy plants. It looks really beautiful. You've got the green colours, you've got the red colours, you've got the blue colours. It does look really lovely. And then I love how they got this tree in the centre, and there's a lot of birds just making shelter on it. From reading the map, over there is the glass house, and I'm just going to show you what that looks like. I do actually have these earrings in, and these are like leaf earrings, and I thought it would be perfect to wear to Wisley Gardens. I do love nature jewellery, anything to do with flowers, leaves, anything like that, and it's just so perfect when you come to a garden like this. Oh, I just love it. Over there is the glass house. It just smells so fresh and natural. I just love that. It doesn't smell polluted. They clean the air, it reduces pollution, it just makes the air so purified. And when you come to a garden like this, you can just sense that. It just makes you feel a lot happier and a lot more awake and gives you that energy. Okay, so I think oh look, there is the Glass House Cafe and our hedges over here. This reminds me of the glass house at Kew Gardens, but it just looks slightly smaller. So I have just entered the glass house, and you do have to wear a face mask in here. It's required. And now I'm just going to take you around this beautiful glass house. I am in love with all of the dark green, the light green cut. Oh wow, they've even got some plant hanging. I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on trying to find flowers, because that's mainly what my channel is about. But if I find any really interesting leaves or anything like that, then I'm going to show you them and focus on those as well. And then if I come over here, there are some purple flowers, really beautiful. They're a mix of white and purple. They're really gorgeous. I just don't know what they're called. There isn't actually a label for it. I do actually love the Clivia miniata. It reminds me of the spider plant. Over there you can see Bird of Paradise, and here we have a waterfall. Oh, I do love this plant. Wow. And then we have got some little purple flowers here. Again, I'm not exactly sure what the name is because there isn't a sign visible. I'm going to show you what the flowers in the citrus plant look like. So here we have the citrus tree, and this grows oranges as far as I'm aware. So if you come around here, you can see there's an orange, and then you can see the beautiful flowers. I am a big fan of the creamy white coloured flowers. I do think that they look so elegant and classy. Is a spiky cacti. Wow, and it's big. That is huge. I mean, I'm not sure if I would want to buy one of those because of how spiky it is. The actual leaves are beautiful. It looks like a mini, they look literally like mini palm trees. Oh, I like this. This reminds me of like a Japanese style tree because it's quite wide and flat. So all of the plants in this glass house are adapted to survive in really dry climate where there's very low humidity. So they have to do everything that they can to conserve the water. And that means they have different like adaptations to ensure that they can do this. This tree has got a swollen stem so that it can conserve more water, and then you can also even see with just this leaf that it's got like a spine. The end looks like a spine, it's very pointy, and that is to minimise the evaporation. So These plants are very clever. Wow, we've got the Lallelia anceps. That's gorgeous. It's stunning. You could have this as a flower wall hanging, even in your bathroom. I think what's cool about this is the fact that you've got like the leaves in the background, and then you've got the flowers just sticking out. You can see there is a lake outside. Ooh, the colour of this. Never seen anything like that before. Got the dark purple with the white, with the yellow, and with the like more lilac colour on the outside of the petals. So I've just come inside a little bridge area, and in front of me is the waterfall. I just think this view is really cool, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like now. So here you can see the back of the waterfall, which I don't know, for some reason I like looking at the back of it as well as the front of it. Just gives you a different perspective. These are really beautiful little flowers. I'm trying to find the name of it, and there doesn't seem to be one. However, this is just so dainty and cute, and oh my god, what a flower this is. There's a crocodile over there. This plant angles itself to get the best use of light so that it can grow taller. Everything is so high yet so low, and there's so many different textures, colours, shades of green, and there are a range of flowers here too, so there really is so much to see in this greenhouse. Here we have got the philodendron. Now I'm just going to go towards the front of the greenhouse. Feels a lot colder here now, because this is like, out there was like the really low humidity area, and now we're in like the moist temperate zone. It does feel noticeably colder. These plants you would find like on the shrub layer and the canopy and even the forest floor. We have got some potted flowers looking very colourful. I want to get some of the names for you because these are just very pretty. So we've got the Oncidium Franz Wichmann, which is this one right here. Very unique. And then another one of my favourites has to be, I would say this one. I mean, look at that colour. Look at that, a red with a fuchsia pink kind of colour. Oh, I do like these flowers that have waxy stems. It makes it look like it has a lot more texture and a lot more character, and just to me makes it look like it's really soft. So I do really like this one. Subtle pinky colours with the white. And then, oh, I really like this as well. These are called the Calantha William Murray. Light green colour with the white and the pink. This is a very interesting tree. If you look, it's kind of got like wood chippings, like where all of the stems split off where the leaves are. And then as you go further down, the base of the trunk is like black, and that's just so strange. And then it even has like this plant attached to it. I've never seen anything like that. We've got some beautiful purple trumpet flowers, some really lovely dainty small ones. So this is basically saying that ferns were one of the first plants to grow on Earth, and that there are a lot of different species of ferns. There's 12,000 species. Okay, so that is the end of the greenhouse little tour. that I've done, and now I'm just going to head out and head towards the Hilltop area. In front of me is the lake that is next to the greenhouse, so I'll just give you a view of that now. So tranquil, peaceful and calming. If you're needing like a place, like a little escape, this is what Wisley Garden's good for. It's like a bit of an escape, and it's good for your well-being. If you can see like the way it just goes like up, that is cool. I really like the way it looks. I would say if you've never been to any RHS garden before, or you are not a member, then I would highly recommend considering being a member, because there is so much you can see, and you could even like every weekend, it depends how far you want to go, you could totally just explore. There's always something to do when you come to gardens, and you always get inspired. Just always have a smile on my face when I'm in a garden, because it's just amazing. I'm nearly at the Hilltop now. My view, you can see all the trees and the path and everything. Keep going up. Yeah, I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna walk back. It does look like I'm going the right way now, and I literally just had to go further up the hill, and I can actually see a building which does look like a hilltop or like terrace area. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over there. Looks like there's some mini greenhouses over in the distance, and then there's also like these trees, mini trees to the right of me. I wonder what they are. Let's show you. And then over there you've got the greenhouses. It looks like more of an allotment kind of area. I'm sure in the summer will be clear as to what they planted there. And then over here is just the Hilltop area. Are a series of information facts that were inside the building at Hilltop, which I highly recommend that you pause the video to read them, because these are really important facts that I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. Here are some facts showing some threats to UK plants. For example, there is the ash dye, and some threats that haven't yet come to the UK is the rose rosette virus, and that is where the colour of the rose can turn like a dark red colour, and there are like little spikes that form around it, so that's quite scary. So here are some facts just saying, for example, that plants can act as noise buffers, because, you know, even having a hedge can reduce traffic noise by 50%. So here's an example of how you can incorporate more green into your home. You could have a green wall, and this one particularly is made of 100% recycled plastic by the company who made it, and this is just very good to improve your well-being in your home, and obviously it will purify the air, and plants are actually proven to increase your productivity by 15%. So having it even in your room is going to be very useful. So these next lines are focused on the mind and how flowers and plants can soothe the mind and help us to de-stress. You can use particular flowers and plants to boost your well-being all year round, and that is because our memory, emotion and brainwaves can be positively affected by the smells of different plants and flowers. Information notes how important food diversity is and how growing a range of edible plants is important. So I have just come outside of the Hilltop, and I've read a lot of interesting information, and they're particularly focusing on how people should be getting more into gardening to prevent climate change. Well, we know that climate change is happening. It's very important that right now everyone starts to take climate change very seriously, because the temperatures are predicted to rise above what was recommended as like safe, which is 1.5 degrees. It was even seen as could be potentially devastating if there is temperature increase of that due to climate change. And basically the only way that we can resolve this globally is by planting a lot more trees and flowers. It will be very useful if more people get into gardening, plant trees, and you can really make a difference for more of the greenhouse gases being captured in the trees and stored there, and there'll be a lot more oxygen in the air, which will be a lot more healthy for everyone to breathe in. And there's just so much to it. RHS is doing lots of like experiments and research to try and find out how gardens can improve our mental, physical and social well-being. So there's lots of different interesting things. As you can see by the little clips, you probably learned a lot too if you read them as well. I literally read all of them, just fascinated by it. This part reminds me of Chelsea Physic Garden. There are some sculptures over there. I feel like I'm just going to walk down now. There's a lot of different places you can get food here, so there really is a selection of choice. So this is where the light show would have been, the Wisley light show. Unfortunately, I just missed seeing this. I would have liked to have come for it. I found a path down here and I'm just gonna take a little stroll. I love these flowers on this tree. I don't know what they're called. I feel like I've seen them before. I love the colour. It's like a mix of pink and white. In a rectangle shape, which is really interesting. They've got a few water lilies in there. There is the Nymphia thalia, which is really lovely. I've just come to this area. There's lots of different types of trees and bushes here, and then there's this little water feature which I think is really awesome. And then when you take a step back, it's like a little peeping hole, and you can see armpit shaped plant over there in the distance, and then you've got all like the little bushy hedges, cone shapes, that's the word. Here is the Daphne Boulia. I'm awful at pronouncing some of these Latin floral names. I feel like they're really hard to pronounce if you haven't done Latin before. Some lovely flowers. I do really like these, and I like what I like about these is that they're not really trees, but they're kind of like, they're like half trees the size of a tree. So these are quite nice. Okay, so it started to get dark now. I feel like it's probably best to leave now. I do think I will probably come back in the summer to visit it again to see how it looks different, and also I feel like the whole atmosphere will be different, and hopefully then I can go on a sunny day. I hope this video gave you a little taste of what Wisley Garden is like. If you ever want to visit the RHS garden, there's a little snippet, and trust me, like, it's so fun. You're definitely going to learn something and can have a great day out. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos related to flowers, well-being and lifestyle, and I post every Sunday. Do follow my Instagram called Parisa Flowers for more flowery kind of posts.